Hi, this is Scott of Scotties Gunworks, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing the excellent See All Nite Sight. And I'm going to show you how this is done. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing this on the Glock Model 19, and these sights will fit the whole Glock family of pistols. Alright, here's the unboxing of the See All Nite Sight. Comes with an owner's manual, a really detailed owner's manual at that. The owner's manual will tell you how to use your sight once you get it installed on your pistol. It doesn't really tell you too much about installing the sight. That's kind of what these videos are for. Comes with the Glock. This particular sight here is for the Glock, so it comes with the Glock anchor that goes in the dovetail, which will lock your sight down. Comes with two Allen wrenches. One is for the windage and elevation, and one is for the anchor screw. And it comes with the sight, obviously, which is a really good looking sight, really durable sight. Can't go wrong with this. Now we'll break the gun down. I'll show you how that's done. Remember, we'd safety checked it a while ago. What you do is you pull the trigger, pull the slide back ever so slightly, push the little release buttons down, which is one on each side there. Push down, slide goes forward, recoil spring comes out, barrel comes out, and that's all it is to breaking a Glock down. Alright, I just kind of wanted to go over a few simple tools you're going to need to make this installation. You're going to need a simple hammer like this right here. You're going to need something soft to drift the old sight off. In this particular case right here, it's a dowel rod. These sights that are on this gun right here, they're not the original Glock sight, so you're going to need an Allen head wrench to undo the lock screw, which is on there. These sights that are on here are really nice sights. See All Nite sights are even better. So this is definitely an upgrade, but this sight here will drift off just like the factory sight would. Alright, I'll show you how to take the old sight off. The first thing I want to mention, folks, is you want to make sure that you put your slide in a padded vise. We don't want to mar up the slide or anything. But first thing we'll do in this particular situation right here, you may not have to go through this. This particular sight right here has got a lock screw on it, so I'm going to need an Allen wrench like this one right here to undo it. Just make sure you break that loose. Take you a wooden drift, something that's not going to mar up the sight, and seat it and just tap. Now this particular sight right here came right off really easy. The Glock sight's going to be a little more difficult. It's going to be on there a little bit tighter. So just make sure that when you're drifting that off, that you get something soft where you won't damage it. And it's just that simple. Okay, now we're going to put the anchor in. It's going to hold the See All Nite sight in, and I'll show you how that's done. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult because it's kind of a tight fit. So what I'll do is I'll push it in as far as I can go with it. Then I'll just have to take and drift it in with a hammer. It's going to be pretty tight, and it needs to be tight. I'll have to kind of hold it, make sure I don't miss, because I'm going to have to use a drift here in a second. Okay, there we go so far. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to finish the job with a wooden drift. I'm sorry I have to cover it, but I want to make sure that I have good pressure on this right here so I can make good contact with it. Okay, it takes some work to get that in there because it's not easy. Just make sure that you use a drift, a brass or a wooden drift. In this case here, we were able to use a wooden drift to get that in there and get that centered up. Just want to make sure that the material you're using will not damage anything as you're pressing it in there. Okay, now that we have our anchor installed, our next step is to install the See All Nite Sight. Really good looking sight. Installs really easy. Got a cutout on the bottom of the sight. It just saddles over the anchor. You just line the holes up. You have an anchor screw right here which will lock it down onto the anchor. And let me point out too that you may want to put a little blue Loctite on this. In this particular case right here we won't, but it don't never hurt to put a little blue Loctite on it. Just center it up and then just torque it down. And that's all it is to it. Alright, now that we have the sight installed, our last step is going to be to put the gun back together. Barrel goes in first. Recoil spring, and there we go. That's a really good looking sight on that pistol. That pistol right there is a nice looking gun. And if you wish to purchase a set of these sights, just go to their website, seeallopensight.com. And as usual, I really do appreciate you watching these videos.